online. Huh? Because of them, those people. And I'm so glad they're joining us too. So there's a few of them there. And the ones that are joining us through YouTube. So as I was saying, I think before the chanting that there was, this is a very auspicious time, a very special time in the yogic calendar, in the Vedic calendar. This next 3 months are very auspicious. There's so many different events happening. So you might feel and you might be aware. It depends, again, a lot of our, what are we plugged into, right? What are we thinking about? What are we connected in our lives, in our mindset of every day? Where are we really thinking about and focusing our mind? But you might feel there's a little bit of a different feeling around the world. And we can obviously otherwise notice it from all the things that are happening. So it is not about changing the world. It's not about trying to change all these big old movements of things that are happening right now, but it's more about changing our world, right? How do we personally look at things in a different perspective? So this very auspicious time allow us to, it's a very spiritual time that we can focus, or is much easier or much more prosperous, I guess, to think about in spiritual terms. And we are so enthralled in our lives, into the physicality of our lives, into our health, into the work that we're performing, into the money that we don't have or have, into the trips that we want to take or are not taking, and to all these other things. And so it's difficult sometimes to step away and just look at what is really important. So yoga comes there, right? The practice of yoga is what allows us sometimes, and not for all of us, for many of us, to really focus internally, and to allow ourselves to take a few seconds to connect to our mind. So there's the intellect, there's the physical body, and there's the mind. And all of these are, and of course, there's the senses externally to us, the senses that we are capturing the environment around us. But all of them, the core, the most important thing is the very pearl inside all this, which is our soul, and which is eternal, which is, according to the yoga philosophy, never dies, right? Our soul has always been and will always be. And so we are just occupying this body forms. And so how do we best use the opportunity where we have right now? How do we turn our eyes into what's really important? And we worry so much about things that are happening, and things are happening around us and even to us. And we create a sense sometimes of tension. And so the yoga practice allows us and to really invites us to just exhale, to really take a minute or a second to feel grounded, meaning that we feel on the ground, we feel the stability. The ground is not moving under us, it's stable. And then take an inhalation that allows ourselves to just open the chest, arms, shoulders, spine, neck. And then as the body exhales, we feel the body is just grounded. And so that means, and again, research shows that is connecting to our senses, that our senses become aware. What is our environment like right now? So where are we? Where am I in the room? Am I against the wall? Am I in the middle of the room? Am I closer to the door? So can I feel safe in this environment? And that means the sounds and the things. I can't control the person next to me, or what happens outside the door, or what may happen with the projector. But can I allow myself to just be aware and to be okay with those things around me, and let my mind find that sense of, again, safety. And then my senses become connected. I am not being surprised. I'm really aware of all the things around me. And I can allow my breath out to, again, Release any tension that I may be carrying with me. I might not be of the moment, might be of many other things, but I just allow that to be surrendered. And then kindly taking the time to take a breath in that brings in, again, that auspiciousness that we were talking about. And it's not about money, it's not about health or looks, but it's about that internal spiritual strength to find myself that is not within me. It's not like me pushing, but is that I can surrender anything and anything else that I'm carrying with me and allow to flow into the energy of the world, the universe, nature, God, whatever you believe in, and to allow myself not to be entrapped by those little momentaneous things in our lives, but to really look at the eternality of our existence and the really transcendental things that are really important to us, right? Those qualities that really reside in us. Can I allow myself that every breath that I'm taking in is about expansion, that I really feel my body, not only in a safe environment and place and moment and space within me, but I now starting to trust those things that will come up. And the mind will fight us. The mind and senses are going to start looking around, and it's going to start remembering things, and it's going to start triggering things around. Emotions, feelings will come up. Things that are much more important than the moment may come up. So the practice is, that's why it's called moving meditation, that we remain intentionally mindful. Your knee will start scratching, your shoulder will start being sore, the breath, the cough, whatever things. So your body also will start pulling you away from being into that center space. And so how do we find that fortitude? It's not by fighting it, it's not by forcing it, but is by surrendering. Can I allow myself to not fight and not react, but to intentionally act and to feel that my breath is intentional, and I bring, again, whatever is needed to be brought into my body, and I can intentionally allow to sit gently onto my sitting bones, into my spine, and maybe my right arm comes slowly wide around outside the shoulder towards the sky and holding it above the shoulder, if that's okay with my arm. And can I allow my fist of that same arm to slowly close, so my knuckles gently press up towards the sky and make my fingertips press against the palm of the hand, and I breathe deeply through my arm, making a fist, making a strong fist. So all my energy, anything that I may have held in my body through the week, all those tensional things that I may have not been able to express, and I accumulate into that right fist. One more time, making strong connection to every finger in my hand, from the pinky to the index, and my thumb presses over them. One more time, breath in slowly as I engage my right arm, and let the right arm come slowly forward as I open my fingers wide and release my arm slowly forward, and let my right arm come open wide to the right side of the body. One more time, breathe in, close my finger as I exhale, and inhaling, my knuckles press up towards the sky in a full breath in, and then open the arm and hands slowly forward and down through my shoulder. One last time. Can I feel the entire scapular, entire shoulder, all the feelings that I carry into those muscles of my arms? I extended, close my fingers as I exhale, make my knuckles press up towards the sky as I breathe in, and then exhale my hand out forward to release, to let go of all the pressure I may have placed in that right side, and stay gentle for a second. Shift my legs and feet in my position if I need to. Can I find my body? Exhale slowly one more time to find my groundings, to find my bearings. Where am I sitting? Can I look around the environment? Can I be okay with any changes around me and still be present? Nothing will actually surprise me. I am staying steady. Can I allow my left arm then engage as I exhale? and raise it to the left and up towards the sky as I breathe in. And I'm going to close my fingers intentionally, feeling every finger into the palm of the hand. And as I inhale, the knuckle extends towards the sky. And I exhale, holding the position into the most perpendicular position of my arm. So can I find the alignment of my fist as I inhale and raise it? With the shoulder, with the hip into the ground. One more time, breathe in. Can I engage the pectoral muscles, the rib cage, the waist area? And then open forward as I exhale. Breathe out, let it go. Exhale and soften. Find that your breath, all the tension, anything that you can carry in that arm out, exhale it and raise it, widen up in as I inhale. One more time. Closing my fingers as I exhale, my thumb comes over the fingers and my knuckles extend gently one more time towards the sky, and I breathe, 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 breathe. And then open the arm slowly forward, and can I feel? And where is my mind going? What am I thinking about? Where is my meditation at this point? Can I stay present and I observe my body inhaling and raising and extend? Can I let go as I exhale, fist close, inhaling, knuckles towards the sky? One more time, just let go, surrendering anything that may have been held through that left side of my body out forward. And finally, last time, through that left arm, rotating, finding attention. I'm paying attention to how my shoulder rotates, what muscles hold the arm, how can I close my fingers, and every single finger feels as the knuckles extend towards the sky. And I exhale and open the arm slowly, gently forward, and I feel my body very slowly settling. And can I allow my arms to then gently walk behind and my shoulders to slowly roll away from my chest and my legs to slowly contract if they're extended, or extend them gently until they're flexed, until the heels of my feet are on the ground and my abdomen tugs in and my chest raises up, my fingers point away from the body, and maybe my knuckles are slowly on the floor if I'm pressing my knuckles, or is my palm of the hand that is on the floor, or is my every single finger of my hand that supports the position, and I find my shoulder blades moving towards each other while my chest raises up, and I open my heart and I open my throat and I open my chin and I look up towards the sky and I move my eyeballs as long and far away from my nose as they can get in the back of my eyebrows, and the breath inhales and extends and opens. One more time, do not holding things back, allowing myself internally to have that constant conversation and awareness and meditation about how the things that I needing to be letting go, I open them and heal my body as I breathe in, allowing again that surrendering feeling that I let everything else out, and then carry my head slowly back upright if we were tilted back and my hands and arms slowly soften, and I can extend my right leg away from my body. My right leg opens, my right forearm and elbow touches the yoga mat behind me, and I allow myself to slowly roll over the right hip, and the right elbow is not under the shoulder, but is slightly in front of the shoulder, away from the body. And so I can feel that my collarbone aligns with that. I'm not putting pressure on my shoulder joints. I'm not putting pressure on the joint of the elbow. I'm extending and supporting. So how does it feel to be on that side? And though I need to extend, activate, or I need to add more intensity, so my abdomen lengthens on the oblique side, my tummy tucks in every time that I exhale, so I can feel my lower back shifting. Can I extend the right leg farthest away from the body? And as the body exhales slowly, maybe stay in this position. Maybe my head looks towards the right elbow, towards the chest, towards the sky, or maybe my left hand comes in front of the hip and I raise lightly the hip off the ground. I can feel my glute muscles really raising the hips, and the left hand stays on the ground, the waist, the hip, on the thigh, on the shoulder, on the back of the neck, or all the way towards the sky. And can I press my left foot not to the toes, not lifting the heel, but to the sole of that left foot? Is my thigh and inner thigh and glute muscles and waist area extending? Last long session. Can I feel that my hips are shifting forward? So I really opening my abdomen cavity, and my neck is never tense. And exhale, release kindly. Bring the hand, the arm, the left arm towards the ground, the hip towards the ground. Breath in. Exhale, exhale one more time. We're going to press off the ground, engaging the right glute, the left foot. Inhale, inhale. and then lifting if your body allows it, and exhale. Feel your oblique muscles, feel the movement of your body internally. Let your last breath in to engage all the muscles to raise and extend. And then exhale, release your arms, your shoulders slowly, and coming back, raising the right elbow, right form, extending the left leg out, finding seating position, sitting slowly into full Dandasana. Find your arms coming gently wide and up towards the sky. Allow your thumbs to interlace. Let your fingers extend towards the sky, flexing your toes, engaging your heels. Lengthen the leg muscles, finding the hamstrings, the calf muscles, reaching out while the abdomen tugs in and raises my rib cage. It's not pinching, it's not forcing my lower back, it's not overarching my spine, it's engaging the depth of the abdomen, holding the organs in the abdominal cavity. Feel the spine, feel the nervous system supporting and connecting, right? The nervous system is not just to feel, but it's also to connect, to engage, to awaken those nerves. And let your last breath in, constantly inhaling through your nose. And then exhalation releases arms and shoulders slowly forward, and finding how those shoulders move and finding how those muscles move, and feel that your right knee retracts and places into the ground, and my left elbow shifts behind me, so I'm on the left side of my body now, mirror position, while the forearm and palm hand, the elbow and the shoulder align, as we already know, without putting pressure. And maybe this side is a lot stronger, or maybe this side is a lot more challenge, and it's okay to find yourself, if you stop breathing or your breathing becomes labored, that means we have gone too far, right? Your body's telling you, I'm not comfortable here. So find your way, find your depth, find the intensity of your own body, and your head and shoulders align. You're looking down to the front towards the sky. Your right hand stays on the ground, breathing in, and observe that your left rib cage slowly raises a little bit higher off the ground, just the rib cage, and farther away from the hip. And your left leg is really long and strong and supportive. And maybe the body's ready. Maybe you're flexing through that left foot, and maybe your right hand stays on the ground. And for some of us, that means that the right foot presses deeply into the floor and raises the hips, and you squeeze gently, and you align your thigh, your hip, all the muscles that move the pelvic area to raise the hip area. Not because you're putting weight on the shoulder, not because you're putting weight on the elbow, it's because you're really engaging those muscles on the sides of your body. So your obliques, your intercostals, your lat muscles, the entire deltoid area, even your pectoral muscles, your chest muscles. Let your last breath in, finding that your right foot gives you support, and let your body exhale and then release towards the ground. Slowly soften, take a deep breath. So take, again, observation into your body, monitor completely, and then one more time, inhale. Maybe your body wants to raise, and you extend and raise, and you exhale as your arm and hips come to the ground one final time. Can you really feel that the movement comes from within inside of you? And raise your body as much as your body allows it. And then when your body is ready, exhale and release. Paying attention, a conversation to your body. Exhale slowly, allow your left elbow to raise, sit upright, press your heels and legs gently away. Open your legs about shoulder distance, or maybe wider if your legs are more comfortable, inner thighs are comfortable. Allow your legs to be held by your quads, so you're holding and contracting your thigh muscles. You're pressing out your heels. Your back and shoulders are slowly open. Feel your hands coming gently behind your back, and your fingers interlace behind your back. Drop your head, soften your shoulders, soften the elbows. Find your body just leaning gently forward, and feel that your belly supports the position of your back, that your shoulders and elbows move back, and your knuckles slowly face towards the ground, and your thumbs are maybe resting on your tailbone in your lower back area, and your torso lengthens a little bit forward, and your inner thighs open. Hug your thighs. It doesn't matter if your knees are overextended, right? Or it does matter if your knees are overextended. Do not overextend them, soften them if you need to soften them, or simply activate a little bit deeper and press out through your heels. Can you breathe out one more time? Shoulders and elbows move slowly behind. Maybe your knuckles are able to slowly press a little bit farther down. Maybe the elbows are able to extend away from your body, and your shoulder blades slowly look towards each other while your chest opens and the tummy tucks in every time that you exhale, and the crown of the head, because we tend to raise the chin, guide the movement through the nose, we want to be aware on how the neck and the base of the head are really extending. We tense so much. We raise the head. We tighten through your jaw. Can you find your body? One more time. Let it time to breathe. That means that enough oxygenation being moved through and your tummy tucks and the torso just leans a tiny bit forward. Last one breath in. And then release softly your back, your shoulders, your elbows, your hands. And again, never judging your body. Your body doesn't need to be judged into how far it needs to go, right? Yoga is not about what it looks like externally, it's what it feels inside. And feel that your legs move gently towards each other, that your legs slowly come towards each other, that you allow your abdomen supporting of the torso to be really long, that your torso feels tall because you're hugging the root muscles. And that means for some of us that the fists come to the ground next to your knuckle, and your knuckles next to the hips, next to the glute area, while the elbows and shoulders are not tense, you're softening them, and the shoulders tend to rise up towards the earlobes. So drop the shoulders down away from the ears so you can feel that your chest and shoulders are activated and your entire torso is lengthened, and maybe the knuckles slowly press a little bit deeper towards the ground, maybe the toes point, maybe the toes flex, maybe the heels press out, and maybe the body is ready to slowly raise the hips a little bit off the ground by pressing the arms a little further into the ground. And you can feel that your hips may be floating off the floor because you're engaging the strength of your triceps, the strength of the muscles that hold your shoulders. It doesn't matter if they have to lift or not. Breathe in. Allow your body one more time to slowly exhale through your abdomen, that your abdomen is really supporting your back. Inhale through your chest and find those shoulders releasing. Again, all that weight that we were holding on the shoulders is released, and your arms and shoulders soften, and you can feel your body releasing hands. And again, your fists, right? We are using so much of the hands. We hold on to so many things in our lives. Is it okay to just open your fingers and feel that you're letting go? And the left leg remains slowly extended while your right knee slowly comes in, and you feel that your right hand and left hand come towards the right knee, thigh, hamstring, and your jaw draws in and your spine stays long. And you can again take inventory of your environment, take inventory of your physical body, pay attention to your mindfulness. Where are we thinking about? Is my right and left hand able to support the leg while my right leg lifts a little bit? Maybe knee height, maybe shoulder height, maybe forehead, maybe above the head. It doesn't matter, right? It's not a competition. Can you find your abdomen? Can you find your torso? Are your hands in the right place to allow your torso to be long rather than rounded and tense and forced? Can you feel your body lightly extending? Allow your body one more time to feel the inhalation, that your leg remains constant, that you are active through your toes. Even your toes need to be connected, and you breathe into them. And then kindly round your head, round your torso, and slowly move towards your leg area. It doesn't matter how far. And touching, breath in, round slowly through your tummy. One more time. Feel that how that the entire fascia from the back of your leg all the way through your spine stretches. One last inhalation. Exhale, rounding, and then inhale, sit upright. Breath in, raise the crown of the head a little bit taller. Hold it through your tummy, one long inhalation, and then round forward. Again, slowly through your spine, through your head, through your shoulders, and then raise up, inhale. Raise your chest, raise the crown of the head. Again, imperceptible movement, it doesn't matter. Feel it inside. Last long exhalation, squeezing. Find deep breath as your body extends, and then release your right leg slowly out and forward. Breath in. One more time, sitting into sitting pose so you can reset both sides of your body. Open the arms, this time wide up, shoulders towards the sky. Hands, elbows doesn't mean to be locked. Fingers are completely crossed. Interlace your fingers so your index finger points up towards the sky, and let your body extend. It doesn't matter how far, how deep, and I might go around and place my knee behind your shoulders, towards your lower back, so you can feel the spine a little bit taller. And so how does that feel if I were to raise your wrists a little bit taller? Beautiful. Can you feel your body breathing? One more time. Not your thighs. It's not flexing through your thighs. Soften that and engage, and try to focus into the core of your abdomen. The core muscles support your torso. Last long inhalation. Deep breath. And then exhale, and then release your elbows first, and your hands and your shoulders relax very kindly. Are you taking inventory? Think of your body, observe the movement of your muscles. Inhale, flexing your left knee, allow your left foot to be steady to the ground. Support with your hands exactly where they need to be. Root of the leg, hamstring, back of the knee. Inhale and raise a little bit the foot as your thigh comes in closer towards your chest. And maybe your foot is just hovering over the ground. That's perfectly okay. Or maybe your leg or your lower leg, your tibia is lifting the foot a little bit higher towards knee height, shoulder height, throat, forehead, or above the head. Completely observe the difference between your right and left side. And what are you doing with your right leg? Is your right leg rotating? Is your right leg misaligned? Have you forgotten about your right leg? Can you place attention into it? And bring awareness into that. And can you feel attention to your breathing constantly? If you stop breathing, you have stopped doing yoga. So find your belly, find your shoulders, find your head. Feel that your left leg is staying strong and open. Can you feel those muscles? Can you feel how your chest raises forward towards the neck area? Is not the chin looking up, is slowly maintaining that neck aligned in your last long breath in. Find your body exhaling and rounding gently forward. It doesn't mean touching towards the leg. It simply means that you soften your knee if you need to, that your elbows are bent and pointed towards the ground rather than wide and tensing your shoulders. If your elbows are raised, then you're shrugging the latissimus or your trapezoid muscles, so you want to really open those muscles between the neck and the shoulder area. And find your last long inhalation, that your body really gives time for your fascia and muscles to stretch. And then slowly inhale and raise your forehead, crown of head towards the sky. Breathe in, and then hold it one more time. Feel the crown of head really tall, and then round forward. Exhale. And one more time, breathe in, raise, and let your body move. Again, movement even in this condition. So what happens when your body really moves? And let your last long breath in, extending and raising. And then hold it. Exhale your hands. Bring the left leg gently down. Allow your left leg to slowly open. One more time. This time we're going to flex the right heel into the groin, into the inner thigh, into the inside of that left leg, while your right knee is open wide and your hands come slowly towards the ground, towards the sides of the hips, sitting very tall, finding that left leg extended and aligned, that your kneecap is always perpendicular towards the ceiling, not rotated. That will only affect the joints. Find the muscles, support that leg position, and maybe your arms slowly open wide and extend towards the sky. And we cross the fingers above the head, interlacing them, and then open the heels away from each other and press the heel of the hands towards the sky. So the palms of the hands are now open towards the ceiling. And see what happens to the shoulders. What is the effect of that movement into the underarms, into the chest muscles, into your lat muscles? Is your abdomen supporting? Can you feel your neck not tense? Is your right knee tensing? Is your right hip tightening? Can you let go and surrender into movement and let your body just simply move? And not to fight it, but to let the flow of the movement last one time, breathing in. And as your body exhales, slowly release your hands, release your shoulders, release your arms, soften any part of your body that maybe have been tense, even facial expression, and let your left hand come all the way forward towards the left thigh, knee, shin, ankle, toes, and then slowly, it doesn't matter how far, because you reach farther doesn't make you a better yogi, right? Quite the contrary. You might be even not being aware of how deeply your body is, and so not being respectful of your body. So less is always more. Let your left elbow, left forearm, left tricep come towards the leg, while your right hand stays on the ground, on the right knee, on the right hip, on the right waist, on the lower back area, or maybe your right arm opens behind you and up towards the sky. Not because of the shoulder, but it's because of the chest. And the right rib cage opens even farther out away from the ground. And you can feel that your body just opens and extends the side of your torso. Breathing in, your knee never locked, your shoulders and elbows never locked. Is if I were to place my hand into your belly and your lower back at the same time, what does it feel like for your spine? Are you curling the spine out to the side, or are you lengthening the torso from the waist towards the head? Let your last two breaths Can you feel your abdomen again flexing towards your lower back in your final inhalation? As you breathe in, open, broaden your body, and your arms slowly releases on the right side towards the ground, letting your body settle first, and then with intention, move it back into center and see what it felt like for your spine. Can allow my right knee to then slowly come off the ground, my right leg to cross over my left leg and place the heel and the sole of that right foot on the ground. So my knee is very high, and now I'm opening the outside of that right hip. My knee is perpendicular, my toes and knees are aligned on that right leg, and the left leg that is extended forward is not rolled, is not unaligned, quite the contrary. I think and become aware of where I'm placing those parts of my body. Can I become aware of how I'm breathing here? Can my left arm wrap around the right leg and hug it deeply, really embrace it? And so what does it feel when you are really embracing your body with all its flaws and all the critical things that we might say about our body, or how, and critical might be very positive, how beautiful you think your body is, or strong, or whatever. So let those judgments completely aside. There's nothing really but just being in the moment, and soften your head, soften your jaw, observe your neck and your spine. Is your right hand able to touch the ground? Is your belly button area able to face towards the inner thigh? Is your right hand slowly coming behind the right glute? Are my shoulder open? It's not because of the back of the shoulder, not because I'm pushing through the deltoid joints, but you're allowing the chest to open. And maybe your right arm comes slowly towards the sky, and you can feel the right arm coming directly towards the ceiling, above the head, above the shoulder, with the palm of the hand facing towards the left side of the body, towards the back, and find your head and neck long, and feel that your root, from the root of your abdomen, from the root of your torso, you're shifting. And those little movements and little adjustments that you do with your hand, how's the thumb rotation, how's the movement of the elbow and shoulder help and align the vertebrae column? How can the side of my torso be really activated? Can I feel how my tummy connects and the abdominal muscles are really supporting the back? And can I feel my right foot really firm into the ground from the heel and not the toes? Last one breath in, and let the body exhale and release the elbow, the shoulder, the neck, and find that your arm slowly comes on the right side back towards the leg. Soften then the left arm, releasing the pressure, bringing the right leg across back into the center position, to extend it, to flex gently the left knee, to find the heel of the left foot coming closer to the groin area. Doesn't mean touching the sole of your foot on the ground, and the left knee to the left side of my body. And I feel my torso tall and long, and I can find my body sitting with my hands onto the ground, or any other option from here forward that I find alignment. It doesn't matter where I'm placing my body, and let the arms come slowly towards the sky, and can feel the arms reaching and the fingers to slowly point towards the sky, and I can find myself taller. If I were to place my hand right on your lower back, if I place my knee on my inner thigh, slowly support your shoulder blades. Beautiful. And I sit a little bit taller. Deep breath. Excellent. And so how's that feel with my entire abdominal cavity and the strength of my torso? How does that feel even from my lymphatic system? Can I really feel how my body drains into this pose? One more time. I'm going to place my foot behind you. Is that okay? Find your body. Inhale, deep breath. Perfect. Feel that your neck is not tense, that you're not raising through your chin, that your engagement of the shoulders is not through the joints themselves, but it's through the muscles. Last long inhalation. Very nice. Breath in. Let your final inhalation really feel the intensity of your torso, and then kindly exhale and release slow motion. Feel that your body softens and your right hand comes through your thigh, through your knee, to your toes. Breathe in, allow your body to exhale while your left hand comes into your ankle, left knee, left thigh, left hip, left waist, left lower back. Exhale slowly, and your right arm slowly comes into it, and your left arm comes up towards the sky, if that's what your body allows. And let your shoulders, neck, and space of the torso, breathing in and breathing all the way out. Find the last 2 breaths into this position. Exhale all the way through. Feel the inhalation, your jaw, your neck, your torso. One more time. Heel of your foot, toes, torso supports the extension. Breathing in and breathing out. 2 more times. Allow your body to exhale. Feel the inhalation. When your body finally finds a long, deep breath, observe the exhalation to release and support the fullness of the extension of the body, and then exhale and release slowly. Find that your body breathes very gently out and down, and find that your left knee raises up and your body slowly brings and hugs that left leg into the abdomen, and your right arm comes across your left leg, hugging it, finding the elbow bending, the right heel presses out, the shoulders open wide, the fingers are pressing towards the hip, towards the back of your body, your jaw draws in, the shoulders are wide, abdomen tugs in, breathing kindly into this position. Exhale all the way through. Last gentle extension through the spine, feeling that your body is really held. Maybe your left hand stays right there and you can feel that's the support that you need. For some of us, maybe the left arm comes a little bit higher and taller towards the sky. So the palm of the hand slowly engages towards the ceiling. And I feel my jaw, my neck, my spine really tall, and breathe kindly into this pose while the shoulder blades exhale slowly into this position. Breath in, observe your abdomen. Can you feel the hand? So is there any little tweak that you can do through your pose so you can feel it more yours and more into what your body really needs? Let your last long inhalation, that your body really extends and raises as the sitting bones are on the ground and your foot is really active on the right. Exhale and release. Exhaling the left arm around, soften the left leg, knee, finding your torso, soften the neck, soften, find that your left leg then extends all the way in front of your body, and breathe out. Can you feel your hands moving towards the back of your body? Allow your, one more time, fists, fingers to point away from the glutes or into your glutes, so your shoulders are rotating, your chest opens, and your abdomen tugs in, and your head looks up towards the sky. And one more time, slowly feel that you're opening. So it's not about crunching the back. It's not about pinching the neck. It's about lengthening the vertebrae column. Imagine that you're going to separate each and every one of those vertebrae from the waist up towards the back of your root of the head, and the body lengthens, and the abdomen, the front opens, and the chest and the shoulders widen, and you find your throat and your tongue open, and your facial expression to relax. One more time, feel that you're shifting back through your shoulder blades so you can have enough room that your muscles, your skin tissue, your entire adipose tissue, all the muscle structure, when your body is inhaling, open up every structure of your body. Exhale, come back slowly towards the upright position, and let your hands and shoulders slowly relax and soften. One more time, feel that your knees are retracting in, that your body is balancing over sitting bones, that your sitting bones are steady. And if you're too close to the wall, make sure that you're not, you might lose your balance, and then the wall will be very mad at you if you touch it. So find your hands coming towards the hamstrings, towards the back of your calves, towards the ankles, towards the big toe, maybe inside your legs, and let your heels start walking a little bit closer towards your body. And this is as far as you're going to go. Create a little bit of pressure with your toes and hold your body tall, and that's as far as we're going to go, with your inner thighs coming towards the arms. And maybe you can balance over your tailbone or over your sitting bones, and your heels slowly come off the ground. Or maybe your feet slowly raise about mid-hamstring, knee height, or maybe a little bit wider, and you can feel that your arms open, or your legs are being balanced with your arms open and wide. And you can open your eyes if you need to have balance, and you're, again, the three-dimensional, the 3D information that your balancing centers need in your brain are provided by your eyes. So some of us need that information to find a perfect balance. Otherwise, observe your own intensity. Feel how your body re-engages, and you observe extension. You feel your torso, abdomen, shoulders, neck. Monitor your body. Let your last two breaths, inhale, when and if your body, never moving quickly, find your last breath in, and then exhale, and then slowly undo, very gently, always following up, very gentle on how the body needs to do. Move over your shins and knees, let the palms of the hands into the ground, roll over your shins if that's possible for your body, and stay just into the neutral position for a second. Observe your body inhaling, And exhale slowly through this position. Observe your neck and shoulders not tense. When the body is ready, fold or bend the elbows and allow your forearms to come gently towards the ground, and feel that your left knee stays steady to the ground while your right leg softly shifts back. And you breathe it up towards the sky, and you find your right leg raising towards the ceiling. You'll find that your toes slowly point, or you can always flex the toes and only feel the ball of your toes pressing out if that's more comfortable for your foot, or flexing the entire right foot so the heel of the right foot presses away. And then slowly, with the leg extended, cross over. The right leg comes across the left all the way towards the yoga mat on your left. And so what does it feel like to move that leg all the way out to the side? And so can I press away from the arms and move into the hips so my head and chest come closer to the ground, and I really stretch gently back away from the elbows, and my head and neck lengthens. And if I were to hold you from your waist and your lower back, and you feel the stretch, breathe in. So your leg comes all the way across, and I shift gently all the way back. I'm going to touch you from your shoulders and back. Breath in and feel your body leaning back, and feel your torso slowly engaging. Very nice. Engage your legs. Breathe in. Very good. Maintain the heel, and then press slowly out. Excellent. Breath in. Hold it. Hold your leg active. Press out through that heel across your body. Feel your last long inhalation. Engage your glutes. Feel the opening of that side of the torso. Feel the hips on the ground. The left hip really active. Last long exhalation. Abdomen. Come very gently, raising that right leg all the way towards the sky. Breath in. Allow your body to exhale. Let the hands undo and cross, and let the palms of hands face towards the ground. So your arms and forearms are not closer than your shoulder distance. So your arms are at least shoulder distance. Your leg is extended. So the knee tends to bend a little bit and soften it because we feel that their muscles are tight. Activate the toes and press through the tip of the toe, press through the ball of the toes, press through the heel, and let your body slowly lean forward as if your arms are supporting all the weight, and your chest comes slowly as if you're going to place the forehead, the nose, the chin into the ground, and your right leg comes a little bit taller. Breath in. Exhale, exhale, squeeze. Find your arms, find your shoulders, find your biceps. Deep breath. How far your body needs to go forward. As if your forehead were to touch the ground, and raise your leg. Do not drop the head. Very good. Do not drop the leg, I should say. The head, you can drop it. Find your body one more time. Breath in. Exhale all the way through, and raise your leg a little bit taller as your body exhales. Gently come up. Inhale using your arm strength, and bend your knee. Beautiful. Deep breath. Allow your body to exhale. Bring your hands right where your elbows were. Fingers are parallel. Your jaw draws in. Your torso is balanced. Feel that your toes are flexing and your knees are raising off the ground, and you're moving the body away from the hands. Imagine that your hips are being placed. You have a big rope around your waist, and it's pulling you back towards the wall behind you, towards the space of the back of your yoga mat. And your abdomen tucks, and your toes come closer to the ground. Doesn't mean that your knees are overextended. Your knees can soften. Breathe in. If I were to place my finger between your shoulders, so how does that feel when I press back your body? Are you not on the tip of the heels of the hands, but letting that your heels of the hands are just not receiving the brunt of your weight, that your thumb and pinky really widen, that you're let your last two breaths. Exhale. Find that your spine is arching. Slowly sink in the belly as you exhale. Come forward gently. Inhale. Back into center. Slowly forward, raising the heels, bending the knees. Exhale kindly. The left leg is a little jealous, so we're going to really allow the forearms and elbows to come towards the ground. Palms and hands to slowly face each other. Touch to the floor or touch towards each other while your right knee remains on the ground, the left leg raises. Can you feel your body breathing? Again, are you shifting at your own timing? If I were to hold that thigh and raise it a lot taller, how's the knee? Very good. Are you activating your toes? Forearms, elbows to the ground. Breathe in. Exhale. Tummy muscles is not just the body lifting the thigh, and then cross over your leg towards the right side of your body, as far out to the right, and then flex your toes, press the heel out, and touch the ground. Breath in. Exhale all the way through. Very nice. Softening the elbows and shoulders. But okay to touch your fingernails. Just slowly. Very good. That's it. And then gently breathe in and breathe out. Perfect. Just raise that knee. Exhale and touch those toes into the ground. Beautiful. Inhale kindly. And now feel how that opens, right? All the hips, and the head slowly softens, not tense to your neck. Breathe in, exhale all the way through. Can you find your body? Very good. Let the exhalation never tense. Excellent. Can you feel all those muscles that open up? I'm assuming that's a yes. Breath in, find your tummy. Core muscles, very nice. Inhale. When your body exhales, let your neck, not your shoulders, not tension, build anywhere in your body. Let your last long, full breath, that your body really engages those muscles deep into your core, into your tummy, into the entire muscles that need to stretch and lengthen. And raise your body slowly, bringing that left leg all the way up towards the sky. Palms of hands maybe facing towards the ground. Allow your forearms now to slowly come as wide as your shoulders, and let your elbows and forearms to be really flat into the floor, and raise your thigh one more time, and maybe lean a little bit forward as if you're just going into a plank push-up, right? So you're really going to go into a push-up. Maybe your forehead touches the ground, maybe your chin touches the floor, and find your strength. Rely on the strength of your upper body. Very good. And raise your thigh. Do not let that leg drop. Beautiful. Abdomen. So how does that involve the core of your body? Breath in. And where the muscle strength of your shoulders. Doesn't mean that you're forcing them. Touch your forehead if it gives you stability. Touch your chin. Touch your nose into the ground. Simon says, exhale slowly all the way through. Last 2 breaths. Can you feel the exhalation? Not pinching, not forcing. Observe that your body exhales comfortably into this position, and then raise. Raise your body by your strength of the upper body, flexing the left knee. Exhale. Very good. Sleepy yoga today. Find your body inhaling. Exhale all the way through. Find your hands under your shoulders. Flex your toes under your feet and raise your knees. Open your right leg very much outside. If you have a person right next to you, we have to play footsie with them. Allow, hopefully, you know this person. It's not just introduce yourself afterwards. Find your toes to slowly be parallel to each other while your weight opens the opposite leg widest. And you're now with your legs very wide, and your hands are pressing your body and the weight of your hips away from the top of your mat towards the wall behind you. So if I were to place my hand in between your shoulders, my finger will be squeezed between your shoulder blades, and your body slowly flattens the belly and raises the tailbone area behind, while the tummy supports the lumbar spine. And my breath is constant, and I feel my hamstrings opening, and I feel my legs opening, not on my arms, away from my hands. Beautiful. Very nice. Deep breath. Allow the exhalation to slowly, beautiful, very beautiful. Do not force, do not change anything. Stay present. Observe your neck, that your neck is not tense. Beautiful. And that lower back tends to really create a little bit of tension. Can you open it? Very nice. Let your last 2 breaths. Allow your inhalation. Less is always more. Very nice. Inhale away from those hands. Feel that your slow extension. Beautiful. One last long deep breath. Observe. Press the heels deepest to the ground. And when your body's ready, slowly move gently away from the hips, forward, raising the heels, placing the knees into the ground, observing your body to be settled. Breath in. Can I allow my hips to move towards my heels? And so how does that feel on my knees? How does that feel in my back? Can I sit back slowly, my glutes closer towards my heels? Can I soften my head towards the ground? So how does that feel with my thighs? Are my thighs needing to be wider to let enough space in my tummy? Or do I need to place my inner thighs next to each other, my knees tight towards each other in the inner side, so my abdomen is pressed, my chest is pressed, my arms come slowly towards the sides of my ankles, my sides of my feet, the sides of my hips, with my elbows relax and resting the forearms, dropping the shoulders towards the ground, allowing my head to come closer to the floor. If I were to press you slowly from the shoulders, if I were to press slowly at the same time from the shoulders and hips, how is my body sinking and just releasing any pressure into the spine and coming towards the floor? How is my vertebrae column releasing any pressure, and how the front of my body works by contracting to feel that that pressure really alleviates the spine and the neck and the lower back to just fully extend. Let your last two breaths, observing that the body breathes deeply out. When the final exhalation happens and you can feel how your gut just empties through, my shoulders and my neck are really long towards the floor. Then slowly, without any rush, walk your fingers, hands, and arms very gently forward. Your hands come towards the top of your yoga mat. Raise on hands and knees. Walk slowly, one knee, then the opposite knee behind you, so the tip of the toes almost touch the baseboard or the back wall, and let your body squeeze in the glutes. So your lower back is not doing the work, right? You're holding through your glute muscles, your thighs to the ground, your abdomen touches the floor, your rib cage touches the ground, your elbows stay tight towards your torso with the palms of hands into the ground, and your chin lengthens farthest forward towards the top of the yoga mat or farther beyond. And your toenails, pinky toenail, big toenail, slowly touch the floor. And how does it feel for my body? So are these movements are just physical, or is there anything else that comes to mind? Memories, emotions, feelings? Again, that's the whole intention of this yoga practice, that we are still paying attention. And then we move through those things. Literally, we move from stages on our lives and getting stuck by surrendering those. I don't have to fight it. I don't have to think through it or historically just be on top of these things. I can actually surrender this. I can let my heart sink towards the ground and let all those things, all the appearances, all the face fronting that I have to do in the world many times, I have to build up this wall, I can just let go right now and observe what that brings. What is the most amazing energy that brings through as you let go? And the glutes squeeze your pubic area towards the ground, the base of the hips, and your torso starts raising. You feel your torso raising off the floor in such a way that you can feel your chest coming off the ground, and your head is not reaching up your neck, and length of the spine is supported. And your toenails, very important that the toenails, including the pinky toenail in particular, to be flat into the ground. And you can feel how that activates the legs, and your inner thighs and outer thighs are active, and your glute muscles are supporting the hips, and your elbows walk in a place that are comfortable for your shoulders, and the palms of hands are flat, and your abdomen retracts, and you can feel how the base of the spine extends forward. So your chest extends forward, and you're raising through the crown of the head. So you can feel an extension of the vertebral column rather than just an arch, and find that you're anchoring through your glutes. One more time, breathing in, and maybe the head slowly drops towards your chest. Find that your chin comes very gently, not forcefully, not farther than your body allows it, and feel that extension through the base of the head, that your entire fascia along the spine moves. And what is that? How does that affect your elbows, or the positioning of your shoulders, or the position of your glutes? Can you tuck in the belly as if the belly comes farthest off the ground? It doesn't mean not necessarily untouching. Yeah, for some of us, the ground's a little higher, so let the belly slowly be closer towards the floor if needed. When your body exhales, slowly, one more time, breath in, exhale through your head, and then raise your chin away from the chest as you inhale. Again, how's that transfer? How's it shifting? Feel like on the elbows, on the shoulders, as my head reaches forward through my chin, and my eyes over my eyebrows, and I look slowly towards the sky into full Bhujangasana position, breathing in. Cobra pose, right? Imagine that you're a cobra and the cobra just raises the head and supports just through that entire core strength. And let your body one more time, breathing in and breathing all the way out. Feel your body slowly engaging through the abdomen, through the waist, through your glute muscles, and your last long position. Your fingers, the palms of the hands, and your final long deep breath in. Exhale and then release, flat abdomen, flat chest, hands on crocodile pose if that's okay and comfortable for your body and chest and shoulders. And the head rests in the back of the hands, elbows are wide, shoulders are broad. Rest your spine. Are your arms far forward enough that your head is now invited to extend away from the tailbone? Can you feel your toes and legs really far away from the hips? So your toes and legs lengthen the spine and the base of your lumbar area. How does that feel when you have activated and now you let that go? So what does that mean to my physical body? And why does that feel so good internally to just let one more time surrender to the moment? Is it me having to control this, or can I just, for a few seconds, breathe all the way out? And very, very gently, letting the body one more time to exhale, that your hips are really digging through your pubic bone deepest towards the floor, and my arms and hands come around with my chin or forehead on the yoga mat. My arms are going to rest behind my lower back, and I feel that my palms of the hands are facing up while my lower back is slowly receiving the fingers, and I can interlace hands, I can interlace fingers, and I can feel my elbows relax and soften, my chin and neck relaxed. And then very, very gently in this position, I'm going to allow my legs, the closer and tighter they are towards each other, the more intense the feeling on my body. So I can open my legs a little bit wider for less intensity, or I can bring my legs and heels closer for higher intensity. Can I feel how the muscles that really hold my strength, right? The abdomen, the glutes, the lower back, the inner thighs, the outer thighs closest to the hips, those are the ones that maintain, support the positioning of my body. And then as my glutes are holding the position and my pubic bone sinks deeper to the ground, then I raise my chest, not my head. My head stays just coming along without having to move my chin or my ear or my jaw away from the throat. Maintain that drawn in, and maybe my legs slowly come off the floor. I can raise my toes, my shins, my knees, my thighs, and then my shoulders and elbows raise off the ground, and I can feel my body just on the point of my pubic area into the ground. And can I contract? Again, the closer legs, and you will notice the closer your legs, the more intense into that root space. Find the body inhaling. So not force, concentrate. Endurance. Find how long you can sustain without having to force your body. Let your muscles really, really observe and gain the benefit, the full benefit of the position in your last long deep breath. Observe that your body really maintains that strong connection, and then exhale and then release slowly towards the ground. Hands on the sides of your hips, one cheekbone to the ground with whichever cheekbone you prefer, and let your elbows and shoulders roll to the floor. Does that feel okay to roll your heels, to stay flat on your chest, to feel that your neck is released, that your ear comes closer to the ground, and you're breathing kindly? One more time, as if you're just massaging the entire vertebrae column, the core of your muscles. Let your body breathe from the gut area out as your abdomen retracts towards your lower back. Inhale through the spine. So, what is the part that I cannot control? What is the part of my life or my body or this moment that I think is just, I don't understand? Can I surrender that? I don't have to find the answer by myself, but I can ask for support as I feel grounded and connected to Mother Earth. And the representation of that constant loving energy. We walk on Earth all the time. We drill through it. We put all kinds of chemicals and waste into it. But the constant support, the flowers and the fruit and the vegetables and the amazing products that come from it is constant. Can we equate that to the ability of us releasing anything and letting the ground absorb it in a loving way, and at the same time in return an embrace when the body exhales all the way through. Take one more time your cheekbone off the ground. We're going to repeat one more time. Chin, forehead, nose into the ground. The legs come as close as you need to reach them. Allow your hands to come one more time into the base of your lower back. No discomfort, not acute pain. That's not what we're aiming for. Less is more. Observe again, consistency as your chest starts raising and you slowly shift into this position, and maybe your legs slowly start raising, toes and shins and knees and thighs, and the head extends even farther away from the lower back. If I were to pull you from the crown of the head forward, the spine lengthens and you hold it and you engage your glutes and you raise your thighs and you feel your chest. And you sustain, not because you're forcing, it's because you really want to focus, and your attention becomes really steady, and you gather the strength of your muscles. Let your last one breath to really feel your body hugged, and exhale towards the ground, placing the opposite cheekbone to the floor. Arms and elbows relax. Beautiful. One more time. Breathe into this position. When your body is ready, release hands, shoulders, elbows. Bring the palms of hands gently as your head maybe returns to center, if that's okay with your neck and shoulders. That you're bringing your hips a little bit higher, and the palms of the hands are going to slowly be placed under your pubic bone. So your fingers may interlace, the heel of the hands comes towards the root of your hips, and your toes flex. And you allow your shoulders and chest and chin to stay on the ground even, neutral position. And maybe your toes flex under your feet, and you can feel how your toes keep walking in. And then as they keep walking in towards the body, your knees may raise and your thighs may raise. And you're slowly flattening through your shoulders, through the outside of your arms, and your hips come a little bit higher, and you raise your hips a little bit taller while your toes walk in. And not because you're putting pressure, it's because you're simply letting the body naturally move. It's your intensity, not anybody else's. You don't have to look like anybody else. Raise and feel how that feels onto your core, that your abdomen muscles are really holding that position of the hips, that you're really holding with your back and glute area the position of your torso. One more time, breathing in, not forcing, not tensing, not grinding. Is your breath still allowing you to sustain in your last one breath, observing your body really long and tall through your hips. As the body exhales, slowly release thighs and knees and toes, toenails, hands come slowly under the chest and shoulders. Slowly raise your body slowly on hands and knees, and then move slowly back into your hips. One more time. How far? Can you let your knees be wide so your abdomen comes into your thighs, or can your thighs be on top of your abdomen so you can put pressure into it? Can you find your neck not tense, but you find that your head starts dropping away and your arms lengthen? You can feel how that flexion of the front of your body opens the back,
and opens the hips and lengthens the shoulders and arms forward.
And again, in this bowing, right, we are really just
Offering our head closest to the ground in this very humbling position. The idea of allowing our body to be in this perfect pose to connect to Mother Earth. And let all that energy soak in deepest into your body. Exhale every time from the root of your gut. Inhale every time to expand and let the breath come from every single corner of your body to replenish it every time that you breathe with that very beautiful and auspicious energy around you. One more time, reconnecting not to the external things that are warriors and give us all kinds of preoccupations, but reconnecting to who we are, right? Remembering who we are, becoming members again of who we are. When the body is ready, slowly come gently on hands and knees. Again, there's a shift of blood flow, blood pressure, and fluid. So you come slowly on hands and knees. One more time, breathing in. Allow your body to exhale. Maybe your body is able. And for some of us, it's not possible to slowly move back into our heels and sit gently into hero pose. So just a little bit higher or kneeling into the position is okay. And your hands come walking towards your knees, or your hands come walking towards your thighs. And maybe we can sit slowly for a second into hero pose, or kneeling up if your body does not allow, your knees do not allow that. Allow your abdomen to support the position. Maybe your arms come wide towards the sky and can feel my fingers reaching towards the ceiling, and my fingers interlace, and then head rests against the palm of the hand while the elbows open wide and my rib cage opens, and I am just leaning onto my head, onto the arms, into the hands, and let my chest open. Open my body. Abdomen immediately tucks to support my back. Deep breath. Allow your toes and knees and shins and entire lower body to support you into this pose. One more time. Let the last two breaths open. Can you open the abdomen, open the shoulders, open the chest? Exhale deeply. Last long breath out. Come up. Slowly. Release arms, kneel completely. If you're not already kneeling, kneel completely into this position, raising the body all the way into kneeling pose, allowing the left knee to stay on the ground, the right foot to slowly come forward. And maybe that's as far as we're going to go, and it's perfectly okay to let your body stay in this position. For some of us, the arms come gently towards the sky, and I can feel my fingers slowly looking towards each other, crossing them above the head, and then let the body slowly lean away from that left hip. So my torso, instead of arching, I'm going to think of it as if somebody were lifting me up from the underarms, away from my waist, and out towards the right side of my body. So I'm going to pay attention, in particular, if I'm leaning towards the right, that my right underarm is not down, but it's going to be lifted away from your body. So I'm shifting away from the hips through the right underarm. My head looks towards the ground on the right underarm, or to my chest or left underarm, or just maintaining the body balance. And my right foot is strong, my glute muscle support, and the rib cage area opens. One more time. Extend your torso from the waist. It doesn't matter. Breathe. If you're not able to breathe, you've gone too far. Less is absolutely more all the time. Last long inhalation. Exhale all the way through. Come up. Inhale gently towards the center. And then exhale slowly, arms and shoulders towards the ground. Bring your right foot behind, switch towards your left foot. As you know, knee and toes aligned on the left foot, right toes and foot on the ground, hips and glute muscle support, arms open wide, breath in, raising towards the sky, palms and hands look towards each other. Balance yourself. Are you balanced first? Are you squared? Do you know how it feels to sustain through that right shin, to the right knee, through the right toes? Can you feel that you're not pinching? Is your left foot wide enough? Is your heel of the foot, not the toes on the left side? Can your body start leaning out towards the left side? And you can feel your glutes really holding, activating your glutes so they hold the hips and you're open through your hip flexors. And the tummy flexes inwardly and your underarms open, your chest wide, beautiful. And your head in the right position. Breath in. Exhale all the way through. Very nice. Inhale. Can I allow your body to slowly exhale? Very nice. Breath in. And less is more. Exhale. Beautiful. Deep breath through, then slowly extension. And find that that left underarm really lengthens you out. Excellent. Exhale all the way. Beautiful. Last 2 times. Strong leg. Find your thigh really active on that left side when your belly supports the position. And you find your last exercise, and you're really breathing deeply into this pose. Raise kindly back to center. So how does that feel for your arms and shoulders and fingers to undo, to let your body come gently forward, to bring your left leg all the way back and slowly come onto hands. And maybe walk gently your knees forward towards the top of your mat, and then roll over one side or roll over your toes so you can sit back into sitting position. And I find my legs and torso slowly aligned. One more time. I'm going to open my legs as wide as I'm comfortable opening gently right now. Can I feel my heels farthest away? Play footsie with your husband next to you. Find your body. Inhale. Exhale all the way through, or whoever is next to you. Find your body, exhales. It only applies to one person in this room. Find your abdomen to support and feel that your neck is slowly round. You can feel your hands walking a little bit farther forward. Round your back, round your shoulders. Feel these forearms and elbows and shoulders to slowly soften and let your neck come out. And you can feel how your body just moves a little bit. And then observe, do not tear, do not burn, do not have any sensation like that in your body. Just simply let your body settle. Bring your tailbone deeper to the ground, breath in. Observe your tummy, find your back, find your shoulders, feel how your hips, now they were contracted, your hips, your hip flexors and your entire oblique area was really activated. Now you let those back muscles, hamstring muscles, lower back muscles really stretch and your head softens. So you can feel maybe if your arms are able to slowly widen, maybe that gives you more support, or maybe your forehead or fist over fist, so your head comes slowly over both hands, or maybe your head slowly rests completely into the back of the hands into the floor, or you can stretch your body, arms forward and your forehead gently directly into the ground. Find your body. Not because you go deeper, it means that it's better, not because you're forcing your body, you're going to have more benefit. Quite the contrary, less is more. Pain is not what we're aiming for in your last 2 breaths. Are you able to stay for a second? Physically and mentally and emotionally, observe your pose. And then let go of any tension, any resistance. As you breathe out, use your breath for the final time to exhale all the way through and learn how the body can slowly, naturally come back and feel how it feels to return back and feel how it feels to realign the vertebrae column, giving them enough room so they breathe. And then the body slowly is going to retract the knees, retract the legs, slowly bringing them forward. And we're going to gently roll back, roll into your back, elbows into the ground, forearms into the ground. And then your back is slowly, one vertebra at a time, release into the floor. And the head remains flat. What tends to happen, and we are very many times not aware and how tense that neck area is. So I place my fingers behind the head and then pull my head lightly away from the shoulders. So my fingers carry the entire skull head area away to extend the neck and separate the shoulders, and the shoulders release and the arms release, and I rest my hands. And I feel my body just lengthen. Can I allow my right foot to come over and rest on the lower thigh of the left leg? And I can, this is far enough for many of us. Depends on where you want to feel that on your hip. Is it your inner thigh? Is it your outer thigh or glute area or hip area? We want to maintain the knee as far away from your body to the right or closer into the body onto your chest. So take your choice on which is the best position for your ankle, knee, hip, and allow your left leg to slowly retract. And your hands are going to slowly come towards your thigh, towards your knee, towards your shin, and we're going to slowly bring. Again, the foot is always active. So the moment we are pulling on one side of the foot more than the other, then the knee might start pulling also. So you want to balance that by pressing the foot on the right side evenly as if it's facing away from the knee, directly away, not to angle, not twisted, but again, allowing your body to tell you how deep your extension needs to feel. If I were to press you from your left knee into your body, what is the feeling and sensation to your right hip? Is your neck tensing? Are we still shrugging the shoulders to protect because we've gone too far? We're able to release from the shoulders and lengthen the spine, and the abdomen flattens. Find your breath. Is your breath able to not be labored, but to really release pressure on that right hip? Are your shoulder blades? Are you tensing through your elbows or your arms in a place on the left leg that allow not pressure through fingers, not pressure through elbows, not overextension through shoulders? And when your body is ready, exhale all the way through. And then inhale gently, letting the hands let go of the left leg, and the left foot just naturally comes slowly forward in front of your body. Breathe in, letting the right leg, the same leg, slide all the way across. Now let it hang it over to the left side of that left leg. So as if your knees are aligned, as if your hamstring of the right leg is completely resting on that left thigh. And again, there's degrees for that in our body, and that's perfectly okay, whichever it is. Your hands are going to come around and are going to be placed on the back of the head to support the extension of the arch of the neck, and let the right leg really relax on that left side, and then bring your left knee to the left side of your body. So your toes of the right foot touch the ground, maybe, or maybe it's the arch, or maybe it's the heel, or maybe it's the entire knee that touches all the way towards the left side of your body without separating. The moment the right elbow or the right shoulder blade come off the ground, we've gone too far, right? Body is misaligned, and we don't want to do that. We want to simply give enough rotation so your abdomen and lower back and all the nerves of the spine that we activated, that we contracted, that we flexed, are releasing in a passive exhalation and extension of all the muscles. Feel your organs. So it's not just the skin, it's not just the muscles or the hips, but it's the internal soft tissue of the body. In this case, the liver is just works constantly to cleanse all the toxins of the body, right? The liver is where there's these little cells called hepatocytes, and they're the ones that basically commit suicide every time to just get rid of all the toxins that we take in, consciously or unconsciously. So be grateful for that liver. The ability, the amazing thing about that organ is that regenerates so quickly. You can lose up to 2/3 of the liver, and the liver will naturally regenerate. So allow your breath to be grateful, to cleanse when your last long exhalation in comfort, never in discomfort, bringing your arms from your head if you need to support your leg movement, or maybe just your legs slowly come gently off the ground to rest slowly. The hips, the back, to undo or uncross your right leg and place the left ankle on the lower thigh, not on the knee, and your neck relaxes and your hands come towards your thigh on the right, hamstring on the right, shin on the right, and the right leg retracts. And you can allow, again, all the things that we already know about the positioning of your foot so it doesn't strain the knee. The proximity of that right thigh into your chest is to your comfort. Can you feel your body not tensing through the shoulders and elbows, but make it a natural shift for you? If I were to press you from the right foot, if I were to place my knee on the right sole of your foot and squeeze that foot in towards your body, what happens to your left hip? What happens to the shoulders? What happens to the neck? Is my facial expression still of softness? Can I think and focus into the auspiciousness of this time? On the all the body work that we have done is all to make the subtle energy of your body, right? People call that health. That is that the body reconnects and all flows naturally. There's this reestablishment of the natural flow of things. In the yoga philosophy, that's called the conduits. They're much 100 times thinner than one hair follicle. Those are your nadis, and your nadis are the ones that conduit just thousands of them around your body that make the subtle energy flow right through. And that invites a sense of wellness. Let your body one more time to let your heart breathing rhythm to be at its natural pace. Let your last long deep breath in releases as you breathe out all tension. Inhaling, softening your arms and hands, and preparing to undo. Again, with your mind, you start the movement. Observe your body moving and shifting the right foot softly to the ground. The left leg keeps crossing over the right leg, as if you're just letting it dangle on the right side. With your hamstring on the left leg as close to your right thigh as possible, and maybe your hands feel comfortable on the sides of your body or maybe on the back of the head to reassure your neck is long, and your knee on the right slowly shifts to the right side of your body, and maybe the big toe of the left foot touches or approximates the ground, or maybe the arch, or maybe the heel, or maybe the knees together, or the inner thigh of that left leg comes to the ground completely. It's not how far, is how beneficial the position is to your body. And we stay for a second in observation, looking, what are the micro adjustments? How is it that I need to shift my toes, my knees, maybe moving a little bit my shoulders, maybe my head needs to rearrange, maybe it's my rib cage that needs to shift a little bit to just fit into what's appropriate for this position in my body. And once I find my position and there's no tension, I'm not shrugging, I'm not tensing or contracting, and letting go. I'm letting go of my shoulders. I am letting go of my neck. I am letting go of my hips and thighs. And I observe my breathing. And so, where do you need to abandon your mind into? What is the ocean of energy that you want to throw yourself into? How can you let yourself be embraced by Mother Earth in this pose? Can I really find myself just gently exhaling? Can I let all shifts that happen naturally. Give it time for my body to catch up, to connect. As my last two breaths, paying attention. Do not get distracted. Be very mindful as you're inhaling the hand, maybe the legs on their own. Return very, very gently to center position, not forcefully, just soft, gently realignment. And bring your leg to undo on the left side. And there's nothing else but now extend your legs into the corners of the yoga mat. Maybe your legs tight towards each other, the hands and arms release of all pressure. The back remains flat, the shoulders remain long into the ground. Find your neck and abdomen really working together to come closer to the ground. My heels and my feet and my legs. How many things I don't understand with my head, but I certainly understand in my heart. And intentionally create your, again, intention. And let slow exhalation that cleanses the last vestige of anything we don't want to keep. And brighten up with your inhalation. Really shine through every pore of your body. Let all that energy inside of you just be open and extend and open every portion of the body as the hands inhale and open your toes and really brighten up every part of your body inside out and exhale. Let go one last time, moving, activating limbs, finding the spine and torso. Exhale all the way through. The elbows bend a little bit so the forearms are deeper to the ground. Your hands shift closer towards the body and pressing one elbow, raising the torso, the opposite elbow raising the back, letting the spine to slowly come to center position. Your legs remain extended, wide open, crossed over into easy cross leg position, into Sukhasana position, half or full Padmasana position. Find that your hips and tailbone area finds your seat, that we are grounded, that we are now in that perfect spot in the yoga practice where we can really, and in a very subtle way, are deeply connected. Consciously or unconsciously, the body has shifted in such a way that we can really dig into what is internal. And the arms open, the shoulders open, the arms raise your energy wide and up towards the sky until the palms and hands slowly touch and the elbows bend. So your thumbs are coming through the midline of your body into Anjali Mudra. And that mudra that connects us to our heart. And then connecting in gratefulness to our sense of peacefulness and harmony. What does that mean to understand our own truth? What is really our own truth? And maybe asking the only one thing worth asking for, the ability to be more connected to selfless, divine love. Thank you.